I find it very hard. I find the narrative very hard to believe that KJAS edited your post. I would, if I was talking to anybody else, I would outright say that's a lie, because I know those people. And so, and I know that fabrication on that level is not just unethical, but it's also it doesn't match the characters of the individuals involved. You are listening to Not on the Payroll right here at notonthepayroll.com. You can check us out at Facebook, check us out at YouTube, check us out at Rumble. Also check out our content over at Twitter. We have a interesting interview for you today with Rashad Lewis, Councilman Rashad Lewis here in Jasper, Texas. Man, it's been a little minute since we've been over here, but you have definitely been topic of conversation out in the media world.
I hope it's been good.
No, you know it ain't been good. It's been horrible.
Man.
I say it's been horrible, but obviously there have been stories, narratives. Obviously the rumor mill's cooking, but that never stops cooking. Tell me this. This is what I want to know, because when we've sat down, for the most part, you've seemed rational, you seemed reasonable, and you seem to have a certain layer of logic to what you're trying to pursue here in the city of Jasper, right?
Yeah.
However, whenever I see an actual clipping from an Instagram post of yours truly calling yourself a mayor, tell me how we got from logic and reason over into that world. Was it just a hey, most of the people in Jasper ain't on Instagram anyway, so we're gonna shoot this message out calling myself the mayor?
Listen, man, like you say,
I mean, what happened?
Well,
honestly,
it's very simple. Nothing really happened. When we was in the process of doing the skateboard park and the splash pad,
right.
I was the only one posting pictures about things like that. And so I never called myself the mayor. I am the mayor pro tem. So the skateboard park and the splash pad was one of the first two projects I've done as the mayor pro tem. So they didn't show the end of it, right? Because I'm mayor pro tem. My bio says mayor pro tem. My Facebook bio says mayor pro tem. So everything that I say mayor pro tem.
So, but the actual post that I saw actually doesn't say that at all.
You want to see the actual post?
Yeah. Well, I actually saw, here's what I saw.
Okay.
I saw the initial post that said mayor. Mm-hmm. And then I saw an edited post that says mayor pro tem.
Oh, no, it's always said mayor pro tem. The only thing that was edited was when KJAS put the article out. I started getting like a lot of rude comments on that post. So I blocked that post where people couldn't comment on it. So if you look at it, people can't comment on it. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
Go ahead.
So you're basically saying that KJAS edited that post and put it out there to say that you were calling yourself mayor.
Yeah. So let's say even with the logic, right? We're real logical. Let's just say that I did say mayor, right?
Okay.
The post was made on May the 2nd. So on May the 2nd, the only person that was made was Randy Sayers. So I never impersonated Randy Sayers. I never would impersonate Randy Sayers. I never would impersonate you or Anderson Land. I am the mayor pro tem. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm cool with it. So if you want to make a story to try to discredit me, go ahead.
So you feel like that was a direct shot from KJAS?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Everything they say about me is a shot. From Talk to the Town to every article, it's always a shot.
Okay.
And so I've accepted that's what it is. It's a shot. To make me look bad and defame my character. I get it.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. So as just a reader out here, or as a person, I mean, it kind of caught me off guard. I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
I mean, because it really kind of dumbs down in a way.
Yeah.
Your your credibility. At least it did to me.
Yeah.
I kind of thought to myself, my initial take was, okay, is he just goofing here? You know what I'm saying? Is he just goofing? You know, he's putting this out, you know, just to kind of poke the bear here.
I would never poke the bear. Like I say, the post was made on May 2nd. So
Right.
we was in the middle of a campaign. The campaign was over at May 6th. So there was no shot at nobody. I wasn't doing anything to antagonate nothing. At that point, like I say, I've always said I was mayor pro tem. I will continue to say I'm mayor pro tem until I don't have that title no more. But no, I didn't try to say I was the mayor of nothing.
So I also heard an interview, I guess it was an interview with Steve Stewart.
Okay.
That interviewed you live on the air, I guess.
Yeah. So what happened with that was he called me when I was at work.
Okay.
And he said, can you ask me some questions? And I told him, I really can't answer any questions. I'm at work. I'm on the forklift, right? So I can really hear what you're saying. So he started asking me questions. Didn't know that I was being recorded on anything. He never told me I was being recorded or nothing like that. So he asked me some questions, and I answered the questions as honestly as I could without, you know what I'm saying, being in trouble at work because I was in the middle of work. So, yeah.
Sure.
I heard that part. So I was like, you know what? He didn't tell me he was recording me. So when he called me, I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea about the article, about Land wanting to try to press charges, nothing like that.
So how does this thing manifest? Has the mayor press charges on you and all that, or
No. When I talked to Ms. Ann Pickle, all she said was that he just asked to investigate me. That's all she said. So when you read the article, it makes it seem like charges are being pressed against me, felony counts are being pressed against me. But when I talked to Ms. Pickle, she just said that Lynn came in with 2 pieces of papers and said, can you investigate that? That was it.
Gotcha.
But what happened in real life and what happened on the article, two different things.
Why do you feel like you have? Why do you feel like you have become the target?
Because like you say, I'm my own person, and I moved to my own beat, and right now we're doing some great things in the city. The same things I've told you over the years when we had the meetings about the splash pad. All these things we have manifested, and they're doing great.
Right.
So the thing about it is certain people want to control the money, and they want to tell us what we can and what we can't do. But like I said, I'm only one person. I only got one vote.
Right.
That's all I can do. Some people on this council believe in where we're going. They want us to grow. Some people don't. And that's just that.
Interesting. I find it hard to believe. I'm just going to be really blunt with you.
Go ahead.
I find it very hard. I find the narrative very hard to believe that KJAS edited your post. I would, if I was talking to anybody else, I would outright say that's a lie because I know those people. And so, and I know that fabrication on that level is not just unethical, but it's also it doesn't match the characters of the individuals involved, in my estimation.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's kind of a hard pill for me to swallow, that you believe it was KJS taking a shot at you, went on your Instagram or went on whatever. Was it Instagram that was the post?
Yeah, my Instagram post. So I have multiple posts, and I say the same thing almost all my posts. So out of all my posts, all right, I speak as the mayor pro tem. My bio is mayor pro tem, but you're telling me out of all of my posts, right, even posts after Lynn has been mayor, even before when he was on the council, all my posts say the same thing.
Do you feel like it was just? I mean, you're saying that it said mayor pro tem.
Yeah, my bio says mayor pro tem. Anything I post say mayor pro tem.
But we're talking about this specific one.
I'm saying I would never change anything, right? No, I don't. Like I say, I ran for mayor. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, when you're talking about with the post, mayor pro tem, I'm proud of the project that I have as a mayor pro tem. I would never at that point. I have so much respect for Randy. I wouldn't even insult him like that.
I got you. Yeah. I got you. So, well, I know this. You know, obviously the article was written and everything moved forward. I do feel like there's something odd about that situation. But I definitely wanted us to sit down and talk because I was kind of wondering myself, if you were kind of if it was just one of them social media moments where we poke the bear and walk away, that type of deal, and then next thing you know, everything dominoes. But and then it becomes headline news locally. But what's been the feedback since the splash pads open and the skate parks open?
From my understanding, the splash pad has been a very success. Every day, people come from all over out of town to come to the splash pad. The skateboard park during the day it's not that packed because it's so hot.
Sure.
But at nighttime, the kids come. But it's
Right.
more of a cool. So it's kind of like day and night, right?
Right.
Two different
Gotcha.
crowds.
Gotcha. I got you. And so at this point, are we gonna have more projects moving forward? Obviously, we're moving toward the basketball goals.
That's the last project out of the three that I
Okay.
talked about. That's the very last one.
Okay. And does that one look like it's gonna come on board?
Yeah, it's already passed. The money was already allocated like a year ago.
Okay.
And so we just signed the contract with the construction company like last month. Yeah.
Okay.
So they should start construction on it anytime soon.
Very
And I
cool.
believe it takes about 120 days,
Okay.
or a little bit more than that, to go ahead and have it complete.
I got you. Okay. So I know recently you guys had, I think it may have been last night when you had City Hall or City Council meeting.
Yes, sir.
And you know, was talking about the issue with trying to reduce the electric bills or for everybody.
Yeah.
I guess everybody in the city.
Yeah, everybody see the limits.
Everybody in the city limits. So, so what was kind of your feedback on that? Because right on the nose, it seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, like I have no problem with the reduction thing, right? It's just the way it is structured that I just don't like.
Okay.
Right? So the way they have it written is that there's going to be there's $1 million total, and it's going to be $500,000 in the month of August and $500,000 in the month of February, which is supposed to be the coldest and the hottest month of the year, right? So you have commercial and you have residential. Those two people are in the same pot as the $500,000, and the way that it's structured is it's structured by the usage. Whoever uses the most electricity gets the biggest bulk of the $500,000.
Okay.
So if we know logically, commercial will always use 3 times as much as me, you, or any other resident.
Okay.
So $500,000 is not a lot of money, and it will go a lot fast when you have commercial. You have Walmart, Whataburger. You know what I'm saying? Those places are going to use way more than I'm going to use, you're going to use, or anybody going to use. So it doesn't benefit us as residentials because it's going to go mostly to commercial. So my argument is that if we have $1 million, then just give half of $500,000 to commercial, just straight commercial, and give $500,000 straight to residential.
Or are you talking about split the $500,000 up?
Yeah,
$250,000.
No. To take the $1 million,
Okay.
give it right. In this cycle, right? You can give $500,000 to residential, $500,000 to commercials, and then in the month of February, do the same thing. Give $500,000 to residential and give $500,000 to residents.
Okay.
To me, that seems more logical. The residents gets more of a big of a savings, and the commercials, they are able to do what they got to do amongst each other. Simple. Don't put both of them in the same pot and say I'm going to help you out, because you're not. And when we look at the numbers, there's no more than $5 or $10 that the residents will only get. That's not a lot of money. So if I'm going to give you a $5 to $10 reduction on your electricity bill, you got to forget you still got water and sewer and trash. So where would you see it? You wouldn't see it.
Right.
Now, when you get maybe a $200, $300 reduction, you can really see that.
Right.
But you can't see 5 and 10. And if you're going to put them in the same pot with the commercial, it's not logically feasible for anybody residential.
So your contention is to move forward with the idea, just change how it's written.
Most definitely. I've been saying it since the first time it was brought up.
Okay. What's coming around the bend? What are some of the things that's coming up people need to know about?
Well, I know we were getting ready to jump into our budget workshop, right? And the budget workshop is where we realize and we figure out if we're going to do any more major projects in the next year or so. I know that for me, the food truck festival is what I'm really working on right now. It would be the second annual food truck festival. Last year we did it. We had about 22 food trucks.
Okay.
It was from 10 to 10. We had a live band, and this year in October, I'm working on having a city event where we're doing our very first chili and barbecue cook-off.
Side by side.
Yeah, chili and barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. What's kind of the reception to that?
Everybody's excited. Everybody can say they can barbecue, right? Everybody think they're a pit master. So we want everybody to come out. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be judging on the best ribs, brisket, and chicken, and then the best chili.
Ribs, brisket, and chili.
Everybody can cook good brisket.
That is true. That is true.
Right.
I've tasted some horrible brisket in my day.
Yeah. So we want all the locals and people in the surrounding areas who say they can barbecue to pull up.
And what's the date?
That one is October the 14th.
October 14th. Okay. And the food truck?
September the 16th.
September 16th. All going to be right down here? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Any other thoughts or ideas that we need to get out here to the people?
I'm surprised. How you surprised? Like every week or every other day, someone calls me and say I'm on the radio, or they'll talk about me on the radio. So I don't really know what's coming.
Why'd you piss them off?
I didn't piss them off.
I'm just saying. I
didn't piss anybody off. I mean, if I did, I did it with no intentions.
Right.
But just from the beginning, when we even brought the ideal of the projects,
right.
It was only one member who wasn't in favor of it, right? And always was never in support of what we're doing.
Right.
So now that
who's now mayor?
Yeah, now that person's in charge. And
how does that happen?
How that happen?
Yeah, tell me how that happens, because just from your vantage point, I mean, obviously you got more votes, right? But if it's the way that you have relayed that he is kind of that he being Mayor Land, while he was counselor, was really kind of didn't play ball. I think was kind of how you put it before.
Yeah. The thing about it is, this is the number one thing that he has that none of us uses: media.
Okay.
He has KJAS, and most of the people will never come up here and do their own homework. Most people will only listen to what the radio says and believe it. Right. So if media is on your side, and if everything that they write is in your favor,
right,
then it's very simple.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You're never the villain. You're always the hero.
Gotcha.
So if that's how it's painted towards people, that's what people believe.
So you believe that, from what I'm hearing, there's a direct. I mean, have you had this conversation with Mr. Lout?
Have I had it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I heard a little bit about what you said with Steve.
I've thought about it. But my thing is, would it be fair? Would it be a genuine conversation, or would it be trying to push me in a way where it still makes me look bad?
What I'm saying is in private, not something
in
public.
private. No, I haven't had a conversation with him in private.
Yeah, because I do know this. There's a couple of things that I've noticed is just over the past year or so is that there have been numerous requests for city council people, mayor, everybody, to come up to KJAS and talk to them face to face.
Like live on radio, or just talk to them?
I think from what I've heard, get on the Tuesday Thursday deal.
Oh, it's out of town. Oh, yeah. I hear about it. I work, so I don't get to listen to it.
Yeah. So but why do you think none of the other, outside of Mayor Land, why do you feel like nobody else takes that invite up? Because I get people work, but at the same time, if it's important.
It's about like everybody, all of us besides.
Well, I'm just saying for yourself. You're saying it's work. You're saying it's work.
Yeah. So for me personally, I wouldn't mind talking to him. We've had conversations before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before all the articles and everything towards me came out, we've had conversations before. You know, but we haven't had any conversations during this time of whatever's going on between us or whatever. So I don't have a problem talking to him.
Right. And don't think that I'm an advocate on their behalf.
No, you're right.
I'm just sitting here. I'm thinking, okay, well, it's obvious there's an impasse here on some level, but the way I look at, to take it a step further, everybody's adults here. So conflict resolution is an easy study in Google. And so, to me, I just think this. You've thrown out a few things here that seem pretty inflammatory, just on the nose, about KJAS's handling of certain articles and things like that. And so, anyway, but neither here nor there. Really, kind of my whole hope to communicate about today was specifically just trying to figure out what exactly happened, man. I mean, I know some people get on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When they've had too much to drink and they forget things and this type of deal. But I mean, to take it a step further and say that KJAS is actually the one who did the editing and all that stuff.
I was not gonna say they did the editing, but from what I seen on their page, it was edited. You know what I'm saying? I didn't find out anything until like maybe a couple hours after the article was posted.
Right.
So even with me, I went back to let me check myself. Let me go back and see if what they saying that I said, right?
I got you.
And when I went back, it wasn't what they said.
Interesting.
Yeah. So even I had to recheck myself. Like, when did I say that?
Right.
So I had to go all the way back to May, and I'm like, okay, what post are they talking about? And so when I seen it, I'm like, this is not, I said it, but I didn't say that, right?
Right.
So they're forgetting an additional part to it, right? So, yeah, it was shocking to me as well, so.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it is what it is, man. I guess we let the chips fall where they may and see how the people respond to this information and go from there, man. Any last things that you want to wrap up? Any miscommunications, misunderstandings, or anything like that you want to clear up for the people out there who's watching this?
I mean, no. If anyone has anything, ask me. I have no problem talking about anything. I know, like you say, some people they got this image of me based off of what's on the radio, right? And it's one-sided. So if anyone wants to talk to me, anytime I can meet them, they can call me, and we can talk about anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. This is Not on the Payroll right here at notonthepayroll.com. If you like this type of content, we ask you to please like, share, and subscribe. We love you. If you would, out there in your communities, in your little circles, man, continue to do good, because that's what we're trying to do. Hope you have a great day.